Chicago has a crisis on its hands, and now angry residents are calling on Mayor Rahm Emanuel to provide concrete plans to stop the violence or get the hell out of office. How bad is it? This past weekend alone, 12 people died, 70 others wounded. So far this year, more than 1,600 people have been shot. The percentage of those that are solved in the single digits. So what is the solution? Let me bring in Campus Reform Editor-in-Chief Lawrence Jones. Welcome back, Lawrence.
Hey, my friend.
So you are from a part of the country where there are a lot of guns, but people aren't killing each other like they are in Chicago. What is going on in Chicago that is causing so much carnage?
Well, yeah, part of it is the gun laws there. Part of it is there's so much poverty and gang violence there. Part of it is there is a lack of leadership, and somehow people think sending the federal government in is somehow going to improve the relationships in those communities. At the end of the day, Rahm Emanuel and the city council need to do their jobs or just leave. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of them getting involved with the community. I don't understand how these people continue to get elected, Kennedy.
Now, is there a disconnect between Chicago PD and some of the communities that they police? I'm not blaming this on the cops, but one of the solutions that Rahm Emanuel is posing is bringing in an extra 600 this weekend.
Yeah, I think enforcement is part of the problem. But remember, there's been some other issues within I'm not going to pretend like there hasn't been corruption in the Chicago Police Department. Now, that's not an indictment on all officers, but there has been corruption. There is a poor relationship between the community. There is a no snitch policy that results into a lot of young people that look like me dying in the community because there isn't that relationship. I'm not sure. People keep saying turn to the faith-based leaders, but they have been silent on this issue. There's been a few. At the end of the day, the officers need to be embedded within the community. They need to be attending events. They shouldn't be just showing up when there is a crime. They need to be there before a crime is ever committed.
Yeah, and people need to have honest conversations about the sanctity of life, but also we have to figure out how much prohibition is causing and exacerbating this. Because, when you have gangs spring from something.
Right. And that's exactly right. And it's the poverty, it's the hopelessness in the community. And that's why I think those proposing, and with all due respect, there's a lot of people that are on the right that are proposing sending the National Guard. That's a shortcut to doing this. And there is no shortcut to improving a relationship.
It also doesn't address the causes. Like, it really doesn't address the problems. And I think, and I talked about this a little bit on Outnumbered today, when you have prohibition of guns and drugs, and you have a state and a city that are run by corrupt unions, and you've got people who are leaving in droves, you've got a recipe for Detroit.
Yeah, it's a trash fire there, Kennedy, and until they improve the communities at large, not just the policing issue and not just the gun violence issue, they have to tackle the heart of the problem, and then you'll see that community improve.
Lawrence Jones, thanks so much.
Thanks, my friend.
We'll be right back.
This program is sponsored by your local Lexus dealer. Experience the